is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Try to get it to the edge. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Alabama quickly back to the line. Let's talk about Alabama. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. I want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they've got.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking for room. It's Hardy. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive, you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, it's Manning. Makes the catch, it's McCutcheon. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll line up for a second down play. The sure hands, it's Wingo. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. He's at the 37.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Texas! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Comes that Alabama offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Fires to the wideout. Just a hair too much on him from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Finds his man. It's Williams. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Handoff from the gun. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Gets the back moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. To the air, it's Russell. Takes his shot. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Hale. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looks as if he's going to run it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback keeps it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Instead of trying to just take the lead with a field goal, they'll leave the offense out there to try to punch in the touchdown. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Touchdown tie! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The extra point is blocked. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just it makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On the move, it's Hardy. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Manning. Caught over the middle, it's Wingo. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The short hands, it's McCutcheon. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third and goal and third and long.
Gorilla. Go Terrier. Terrier. High, high.
To throw, it's Manning. Wide out trying to get it in. The receiver will not get it to the sticks. It'll be fourth down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the one on fourth down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I think most coaches on fourth and goal from the 1 yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big fourth down conversion.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Wisconsin was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Camp Randall. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Badgers crowd who heads for the gates with the win. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Got it in the middle. It's Hale. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
To the big fella. There he goes. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Russell. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. And the 35, he's got room. Flying down the right side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's going to take off. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
It just must be so nice to be such a good athlete and to realize 4th down, I want to pass the football, nobody open, I got this. I can take off, I trust myself, and he gets the 1st down. And these are the ones that just frustrate, annoy defenses by 4th down on your own side of the field, and he just took matters into his own hands.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Might be calling a hot route. The toss sweep to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send up. Oh, it's blocked! They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quinnen Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they've built this dynasty.
Sends it downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Takes a hit as he fires. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
This quarterback part of their running game. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Using his feet. Tackled there by the defense.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in a great position to make another play. He just couldn't secure the catch.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Past the 40. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Back to pass. It's Manning. Unloads it left. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Quarterback extends the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time it's complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Longhorns are threatening on first and goal.
Jackrabbit.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on first and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forced the second down and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Goes straight ahead. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now.
Touchdown, Texas! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Russell. Zings it complete to the right. Quick step and go. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him in stride of the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off. Texas.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
To the air, it's Manning. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Snags it! And it's a fumble on the play. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain.
Lucky you are correct. That's one of those things when the ball pops out, it literally looks like it's a GIF or it's in slow motion, and the ball takes 13 seconds to hit the ground and get out of bounds. The offense was counting every second. Thank goodness got the big break, and now still has the chance to go take the lead in this ball game.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Moves.
Motion from the wideout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Turning it on! And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Russell. With the catch, it's Horton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going back to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last 2 snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he's got some space. Hits him with a stiff arm.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Steps away to find some room. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking downfield, it's Russell. He wants it all. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's just a bad mistake. You can't do that in this situation of the game. You're not going to be able to come back and win this late if you're taking big losses like that. So at this point, if no one's open, he's just got to throw that.
He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They'll move the tight end. To the air. It's Manning. And some room to work. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Lost a pass. Incomplete on the 2-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. Unloads to the wideout. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 45 on its way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. This is a designed run. Breaks into the open. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
As sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. He's got it on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow-developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Russell. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
And what a play by the defense, right? You've got the lead, but your backs are up against the wall down in your own red zone. Someone's got to be able to step up and make a play. And he delivers in the end zone, getting the INT, preserving his team's lead here late.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Hands it off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second down.
The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody